One of the many greatly anticipated games from the Fazbear Fanverse Initiative was a game called FNAF Plus. Developed by Phisnom, it promised a fulfilling reimagining of the original FNAF 1 experience. And out of all the Fanverse games, was one of the most anticipated to release. We got so many teasers of the stunning graphics and gameplay mechanics. We even got a VHS series as a teaser, which we have never gotten before. But if we come to today, 3 years on from its original announcement, we have found ourselves a very disappointing outcome for most. Which begs the question, what happened to FNAF Plus? Now, if you've been here before, welcome back, and if not, hi, I'm Striker, and today I'll be talking about the tragic downfall of FNAF Plus, from its very inception and what led up to it, to its very dark and tragic end. Our story begins with the release of a game called Five Nights at Freddys 2 Open Source, which was an upgraded version of FNAF 2 released for free on GameJolt by Phisnom. Now, Scott Cawthon himself took issue with this, as it was quite literally FNAF 2 with some tweaks put out for free on a website, which those who are familiar with copyright should know that is a big no-no. And it would be a massive problem having open source FNAF just out there, because the amount of clones would be substantial. But more about this game. Its creation wasn't really with malicious intent from Phisnom, but just him testing his skills and trying to prove that Game Maker was the superior game engine for FNAF fan games. Now, Scott did file a takedown request on GameJolt, and FNAF 2 OS quickly fell down. Now, after Scott's takedown of FNAF 2 OS, Phisnom emailed Scott Cawthon himself, basically pointing out every flaw of the FNAF games from a gameplay standpoint. And this was all around the time that Scott was working on a little announcement which you may have heard of, called the Fazbear Fanverse Initiative, which I can explain and go in more depth on in a later video if you guys are interested. But this led to a conversation behind closed doors, and Scott asked Phisnom to recreate FNAF 1. As part of the Fanverse, this was the birth of FNAF Plus.
Freddys, that's where I wanna be, Five Nights at Freddys.
When the Fazbear Fanverse Initiative was first announced, we saw games that were pretty expected to be there, like Five Nights at Candy's, Pop Goes Evergreen, and the ever-controversial One Night at Flumpty's, which I'll save for a later video. But at the bottom of this announcement was the announcement of a FNAF 1 reimagining by Phisnom. The bigger and more grand announcement of the game came later that same day on Twitter, with the FNAF Plus Twitter account finally making itself known to the rest of the community. Its first post was the Freddy teaser with the plus on the screen with the text "Welcome back," and this had the community hyped over the moon. Everyone saw the quality of the Freddy render in the teaser we had received, and this got people thinking back to Phisnom's FNAF 2 remake and the absolute quality of it. And that was for fun. Now he was working on an official game, and some of the teasers that came out in the build-up were just amazing. Now the hype continued to build from here, to the point where we even had a FNAF-style VHS series as teasers released on the FNAF VHS channel, which, if you want, I will make a video going over those after the Paddington and Spectre VHS tapes that I'm covering next. Now, these VHS tapes did show us lots of brand new things and elements about the game, such as new gameplay mechanics, the actual map, and the designs of our favourite animatronics, whilst at the same time new photos were released unveiling new things on the Twitter. In February of 2022, Phisnom released a FAQ, and I'll put on screen all the different things that were answered. Now, you have to pause to read it, but by the end of February it was confirmed that the game was in a playable state and it just needed polish. In June, we got our very first development showcase showing us the game in action, giving us new insights and showing us the office for the first time and lots of other locations in the game for the very first time. Shortly after, we received a trailer announcing it was going to be available to be wishlisted on Steam, and the Steam page arrived. And this gave us our final state of the game. They announced that only the music and ambience was left to be done. Just over a year later, and yeah, what went wrong here? Now, I think we can all safely say no one can disagree Phisnom's online personality is quite controversial due to him just kind of not caring what others think, and being very abrasive in general, which does play a part in the downfall. But first, nothing much had come from FNAF Plus throughout the year, leading to a couple of fan games being made. I did actually play one of these last week for a video, so I'll link that in the iCard right now. So I also did that so I could get footage for this vid. Now, these fan games became so big that lots of them beat out the real FNAF Plus in search results, which it's firstly shocking that a franchise can be so big that fan games in themselves have fan games. But finally, we move on to the very recent drama with Phisnom, which I'm not going to talk about in depth, but quick synopsis. Phisnom played the Ruined DLC on stream, said the Ruined DLC was boring, and he didn't like it. This did annoy people, but then from what I understand, there was someone receiving death threats by members of his community in Discord. He didn't respond seriously, replying with a rickroll, and when he eventually did have a proper apology, it was too late. And he posted a long video, which I'll link below, and I did show the thumbnail of before, explaining what he's doing moving forward, and in the video he does address that he has stepped down from developer of FNAF Plus, and he'll be gone for a while on a very long break. Soon after the FNAF Plus Steam page disappeared, and sadly it looks like FNAF Plus has become lost media for the FNAF franchise, which is very unfortunate as it was looking to be one of the most promising fan games we would have ever received it. But there is hope, as there is many other talented creators in the Fanverse Initiative who Scott could possibly pass on the FNAF Plus Game 2 to finish up, as it was exclaimed that it was only just a little bit of finishing details that weren't done. But that is unlikely now, and it is likely that we'll just have to deal with the FNAF Plus fan games that are out and about. I have linked one that I know works in the description below. But that was the rise of FNAF Plus from very, very promising beginnings with beautiful gameplay screenshots, brilliant teasers, and a very talented developer, to the fall with that developer losing most of his platform and disappearing off the face of the internet, for no one knows how long he's going to be gone for. No one now knows the fate of FNAF Plus, but the Steam page disappearing, being either privated or just deleted straight up, does leave a pretty sad sight, as the game is likely gone forever. Alright guys, this was the first video to release in the new style I want to try out here on the channel. If you enjoyed, subscribe and like this video, it'd be greatly appreciated. If you want to see me play Night 1 of that FNAF Plus fan game with the original commentary, like I mentioned, it's linked in the cards below and on screen right now. I am planning the next big video to be in this style, to be the VHS one that I've been working on for a few weeks now. I've also put whatever my most recent video is at the time of you seeing this. But until next time everyone, have a good day and bye bye.